Wah, wah, wah. What's up, y'all? It's Marcellus Wiley, that dude. Let's talk about what you guys are talking about, which is Real Time with Bill Maher, going in on the Diddy case, but more importantly, talking to Cassie as she needs to have a little more accountability in this whole ordeal. That hit home for me because we're going to get real with Mr. Real Time himself. So me having 4 kids, 3 daughters, me having a mother who took care of herself, who could take care of herself, and in some situations and instances I even saw was the aggressor, male or female, this hit home for me. So I want to make sure we talk through this respectfully but delicately and get to this. So without further ado, let Real Time Bill Maher speak. Let's go.
Things have changed enough so that moving forward, the rules should be, if you're being abused, you got to leave right away. Now, I completely understand why in the past women often did not do that. I understand, as counterintuitive as it seems, why an abused woman would send complimentary texts or emails to her abuser after the abuse. In an era where women felt, for good reason, that OG predators like Bill Cosby and Harvey Weinstein would never be held accountable, why not at least get something out of it?
Okay, so you're talking about the old school, right? The old school where it was set up the dynamic. Obviously, the women felt that the men could impose their will in the moment and in retrospect because they had the power, right? So that absolute power of the moment all the way to the consequences, if you were to step out or speak out, was obviously rampant back in those days. But things have changed, and Bill Maher is going to point it out. But through that change is this conversation. Where are we now versus where we've been, and having that perspective? Let's go.
These men were surrounded by all sorts of enablers, skeptical cops, assistants who lured women into unsafe spaces, cowards who knew what was going on but didn't dare expose the person who signed their paycheck. In that scenario, it was not illogical for an abused woman to say, well, if I can't get justice for my pain, can I at least get a receipt, a coupon?
Now, if you guys are not familiar with this show, it's King Levity. Like, everything is said through a joke, okay? So if you're sensitive, you better get out of here right now. But if you're not, let's walk our way to some truth and to some understanding. Let's go. This is Marcellus Wiley with an urgent message for anyone struggling with over $10,000 in credit card debt. Here's what you need to do right now. Visit pt.monitordebt.com. They've helped thousands reduce what they owe by dealing directly with creditors, cutting balances by 30, 40, even 50%. This isn't a loan. This is a proven debt settlement program where you make affordable monthly deposits while they do the heavy lifting. Many clients become debt-free in 24 to 48 months. Don't wait another day drowning in interest. Call 866-204-0071 or visit pt.monitordebt.com. Your financial freedom is waiting. It's just one phone call away.
But a lot has changed. Cosby and R. Kelly went to prison. Harvey Weinstein is going to die in prison. Larry Nassar is serving 175 years. Jeffrey Epstein was murdered in his jail cell by Hillary Clinton.
All right, and it's also a political show as well. So I love Bill Maher, so go there if you want to. Beat it up in the comments if you love him or not. But the point of that monologue right there, that segment, I'm going to play 2 more, was, hey, we understand where you're coming from, abused woman, typically. We understand where you're coming from because we know how the era was. But we're not there anymore. So if we're not there, why are we still playing with the same rules? We're all sports fans. I don't think you'd be rocking with me if you weren't a sports fan. And there is a competition committee that changes the rules, right? And those rules, even though it changes how your behavior changes because you got to adjust to the rules, it also adjusts your mentality of how you even approach things. And that's what Bill Maher is really trying to dig and get deep into. But you got to walk with him, and you can't be sensitive, and you can't be a panderer, and you can't be on them BS, but people will. And he's gotten a lot of pushback from this, but he ain't going to get it from me. We're going to talk through this. Let's go.
But this should be society's new grand bargain. We take every accusation seriously, but don't tell me any more about your contemporaneous account that you said to 2 friends 10 years ago.
Now, this is the one that I have the most conversation with people in the water cooler, in the corner. Like, they be like, man, where did that come from? Why are they talking about that 10, 20, 30, 40 years later? Blah, blah, blah. We all know, right? So the thing about it is, he's trying to show the real-time change in how people are responding and how you should respond because it's a different world. So in this situation, people are living through something, but at the same time, they said they didn't want to live through it. Well, let's see what they end up talking about, what they end up doing.
Tell the police right away. Don't wait a decade. Don't journal about it. Don't turn it into a one-woman show. And most importantly, don't keep fucking him.
So this is a highlight in a world where actions speak louder than words. A lot of times people will go back retroactively and say, look at the words that I had back then. But they were like, but simultaneously, concurrently, you had actions that totally negated those words, right? So I told my oldest daughter this, and my other daughters, when they get of age, will hear the same thing. Not to say that they all will abide by it, but they gonna know the rule. And the rule is gonna be the mental expectation, right? So you got two calls to make if you're ever in any dire situation. And I'm not just talking about like abuse and domestic abuse. I'm talking about anything. Call 911 and then I'm the one. Call 911 and then I'm the one. Call me and that's it. And I'll probably be your last call because I'm on that ass, dog. But the point of it is, it's a mentality, it's an expectation, is to tell someone who is putting you in that predicament, you ain't putting me in here again because now you show me who you are. And that's time and time again, we hear that in these abusive relationships. Once you show me, that's all I need to know, homie. Not show me again in a different degree, different way. Because they say a lot of times the only thing that changes is the victim, not the behavior.
Your only contemporaneous notes about what he did should be the police report. It's not victim shaming to expect women to have the agency to leave toxic relationships. Quite the contrary, to not expect that is infantilizing them. If Diddy walks free, it will be because his lawyers can point to an endless stream of texts from Cassie expressing what's often called enthusiastic consent to their sex life. If you're Me Tooing someone, it doesn't help your case if you texted him, me too. I just want it to be uncontrollable. If you want us to think you weren't always ready to freak off, don't write, I'm always ready to freak off.
It's stupid. Stupid.
Or wish we could have FO'd before you left. You know, one sign you're pretty comfortable with something is when you call it by its initials.
All right. So in that one, for those who are not so sensitive, who can still stay with this, understand that if all of what we can see in behavior and in support with words is one way, why do you come up with another version of that same way later? And that, to me, is not a male-female conversation. It's not a woman-to-man conversation in relationships. I don't think it should be that explicit, even though I know in general it is. It's really abused and abuser. Abused needs to, as they are trying to heal their wounds, go to a safe space, whether it's a hospital, a police station, whether it's a person. And I understand, trust me, this predicament where you're like, if I do something, this person has put me in the mindset of fear that I am fearing my life. I understand that. But in these situations, the escalation is the conversation. We're talking about the ones that were rampant, that were continuous, lasted for years. And we're still talking about it in two different versions in the same one reality. That's what he's talking about. But let me get out of here for the last one, because I thought these things were just, it takes a lot for me to feel like I'm listening to my grandma. And that's what I look for when I'm ever going to give someone my time and attention, because I don't watch what I like anymore. It's too much stuff out there too much stuff going on, and I got too many kids and I got too much pulling at me. I don't watch what I like. I watch what I love. And I love to hear my grandmother's wisdom, her curiosity, and her gangster. And that's what I love about Bill Maher in this situation, no matter what pushback he gets. It's that gangster to keep it real, to keep it 1,000 out. One more. We're not done. And then we out of here. Then I'm going to flow on this. Oh, boy.
But if we're going to have an honest conversation about abuse, we also have to have an honest conversation about what people are willing to do for stardom. If you want a #1 record on the chart so bad you'll take a #1 in the face, some of that is on you. And if you're doing it for love, well, come on. Oprah and Dr. Phil and every podcaster in the world have done 1 million shows by now about how abuse is not love and abusers don't change. If it happened once, there will be more of it. To pretend otherwise is like seeing one ant in the sink and thinking, oh, it's probably just the one.
I hope this hit home for somebody, some woman, some man, some father, some mother. I hope this one hits home because if you think about it, this is how you can avoid a lot of the scandal that occurs. And the scandalous that's unseen, that's unheard, can be revealed quicker and people could be safer in general, in totality, if we change the standard and expectations, because obviously the consequences have changed. The power dynamic has changed. So that's all I wanted to get into. I just thought that was profound, and it was obviously direct to the consumer. He did not fluff that, even though he said it in joke form. Okay, so y'all know what we do on this show, boy. We flow, boy, but before we do that, what do? We make sure we hook everybody up. So I'm going to make sure I hook you up. If you have debt, I'm talking like $10,000 or more in debt, you got to hook up with my team at Monitor Debt Resolution. That's going to be your financial solution. So check out the link in my description for your financial wellness prescription. That's what you got to do to help you with your money. And don't laugh, because what I'm saying ain't funny. Let me say. All right, but you know what I'm about to do? I love levity. I laugh at my pain. I don't care what it is. And without further ado, you know what we do on this show, boy. We flow, boy. Woo. Oh, Bill Maher, Diddy, Cassie. Oh, I'm about to keep this thing so classy, y'all. Would you agree? It's just me, Marcellus Wiley. You know me. I represent Let's get this thing going. I'm about to talk about it. It's real. Bill Maher in that suit, sipping truth like it's Henny, talking about Diddy. That boy got too many, yeah. Hold up, Cassie, this ain't no shade. You played the game too. Let both sides get weighed. Maher hit the mic, said, y'all too quiet. Diddy wild as hell, but she ain't no diet. Luxury flights, yachts in the bay. Now she telling stories like it wasn't all play. Oh, you say. Feds got receipts, case looked tight. But Maher said, wait, let's get the lens right. Ooh, you was in the vids, the crib, the bins. Now it's all trauma, girl. Let's not pretend. Ball out like it's that Henny, and you doing too much. You got plenty. And you said Hollywood fake woke, pointing fingers quick till the truth got broke. Ooh, sipping that sarcasm, slick with them facts. Said accountability, don't skip them tracks. Diddy wildin', facts on deck, but Cassie danced too. Let's cut that check. Ooh, not victim blaming, just truth proclaiming. This whole saga got the internet flaming. So Bill lit the fuse, convo explode. Cancel him? Nah, he just reloads. Talking Diddy and Cassie, no filter, no pity. Hollywood mirrors stay murky, they stay gritty. And this whole situation is so city, it's so shitty, it's so pity. Come on, y'all, don't act so soft. You know what happened to it. It got lost. And then both sides had to say, this ain't how you do it. This ain't how you want to play. Hey, I like how you do it there. Come on over here, baby, don't stare. Don't compare. I will say, hey, I'm here. If you want me, I know hair. I like, yeah, I play. It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here. Because I believe the
birds. Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation, so.